Good day everyone, my name is Victor and you're having this tutorial all the way from Nigeria. This is going to be my first tutorial on YouTube and I'm going to be taking you on mixing of vocals just like Afro vocal in Lagos, Nigeria. The way it sounds, the bouncing of their beat and everything. I know most people you like the way songs are being produced by Nigerians here, how we do it, how our vocal sounds, how everything goes. So on this tutorial we are going to be tackling something like that, and we are going to be touching most parts. And I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I promise to give you everything that you want. I promise to put you through on everything without no much waste of time. I want us to just listen to the vocals that we are going to deal with raw, with no vocal, with no plugin, nothing, raw, no auto-tune, nothing on it. So this is what we are going to be working on today. I'm sorry, I think my distance is mute.
You're not the one with the knock on it.
She give me love in no bitter. She be the one I dey sit for. Anytime you come and dey feel her, she be the one I dey think of. Yeah, she give me love in no bitter. She give me trust, she no fake am. Anytime you call, I dey pick up. You be the one I dey think of. Yeah, shout to baby, give me plenty love. I no fish out to baby. So that is the vocal we are going to be working on. This vocal has no effect, has no plugin on it, and we are going to be adding this plugin step by step, and I'm going to be putting you through on everything. So the first thing I threw on in this vlog was my EQ, was my auto-tune. So this is my first thing. I know auto-tune has been one of the major plugins in music, especially the Afro beat, when it comes to Afro beat, because it gives us the tunes that we want. I am sorry if I am sounding somehow. I think I'm not feeling too good, and then I decided to make a tutorial on this so that it could be of a help to everybody, to upcoming artists, to help them out. So this is auto-tune, and I believe everybody know what auto-tune is. So my auto-tune before I throw up my auto-tune, I decided to find out what's my key to my beat, and then I know I sing on the person who sang this song sing on tenor. Actually, this is my song. This is one of my songs in which I just recorded, and I just want us to have the mixing and mastering together. So I know I sing on tenor, so I decided to set it on to auto and tenor. Then the key to the beat is A. I found it out myself. Maybe in our next tutorial, if you are interested in that, maybe we might be talking about auto-tune in general, how we can make auto-tune works, how we can set up some stuff on auto-tune to make our song sound nice and not to sound off keys. So my scale, I set it to major because that is what I'm singing on. So my return speed, I have to take it all the way to 0. Maybe I might reduce it later in the time when we are mixing, but I decided to just set it up to that 0 so that I will know what I am dealing with. So this is the auto-tune, and you can hear it how it sounds with the auto-tune. Sorry, let me just bring it up here so that I just want to mute the beat. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. She give me love in no bitter. She be the one I dey seek for. So with the auto-tune, you can see the way it sounds. It's already giving it the sound, like making it to stay on keys and not to go off keys. So when you listen to the vocal, I discovered that there is some kind of background noise. Maybe it would be my CPU fan or something. I discovered that there is a lot of background noise on the beat. So what comes to my mind, one of the advice I wanted to give to an upcoming producers and upcoming artists is that mixing and mastering, you do your own way. Find out a way that you do it that it comes out the best. I remember when I was in same shoes, just like the way we is today. Not that I am too perfect on this, but you do your things your own way. The way you do yours is different from the way James do his own. It's different from the way Mike's do his own. It's different from the way Grass do his own. So it's just a different pattern of the way you do your own. Just do yours your own way, and you find out that you end up in a very great professional sound that you never expected. You mustn't do it like them. So that is one of the things. So in this now I decided to add a fat filter gate, and I believe everybody know the works of fat filter gate. Removing some kind of background noise at the bottom of the mix that will make it sound noisy and some kind of stuff. I decided to add it, then I just cut up some kind of stuff out of it. With the fat filter, you can hear the way it sounds. Yeah, 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 yeah. So because of time, I don't want us to be having a long video on tutorial. Maybe we might be doing it on like breaking down of it, maybe in other tutorials coming, but for the sake of this tutorial, let's just have it like do it in a way that it can be of help, like bring out some kind of our time, so that we won't wait much time. I decided to set the threshold and the ratio. You can see for yourself. So I think that is done with the gate. One of the things that comes into my mind is the EQ. EQ is one of the major plugin in mixing of vocal, because we cannot really do without EQ, and EQ cannot really do without us. So the thing here is that this is our EQ, and I believe that you all know the work of an EQ. We use an EQ to remove some kind of basic part of vocals. We just cut it off from this kind of angle to this place, just remove some kind of basic part of it. With EQ you can hear it. With the EQ you can see that it is sounding clean and nice, and everything is going so clean. So you can see, I believe that you can see some kind of cutting I have done here. I know you'll be wondering why must the EQ have this kind of cutting. That is one of the things I love about fat filter EQ, because I can listen to what I am cutting. I decided to cut this basic part out of it because the way it sounds is it doesn't sound nice. So I decided to cut some kind of frequency that will sound bad on my mix. So that's one of the things I cut. I did the same thing here. I cut off some kind of stuff also to arrive there. I decided to cut it off because it wasn't sounding nice. So the basic part, I just removed some kind of basic part out of it. So that is all on our EQ. Then we dive into the compressor, the fat filter compressor. All the plugins I use in this vocal are not that quite cost. It's just a very cheap plugin that you and I can just afford at any time. It's just a simple plugins that you can afford at any time. So this is your compressor, our Pro C2 compressor from fat filter. So the work of this compressor is to gain where gain is being lost, and to gain where need to be gained. So if I play this, you will notice that there's some kind of loud parts on our vocals already. That was because of the work of this compressor. She give me love in no bitter. She be the one I seek for. One of the things I love about fat filter compressor is that it gave me the visual look of every work that I'm taking on. You can see it gave me every visual look on everything that I can do, so that I can know what I'm compressing, so that I will know what I'm gaming and all this kind of stuff and everything. I just decided to just raise the attack up a little bit, the threshold, because I just make it a fast attack, because we are dealing with the Afro beat. an Afro song that need a fast attack because the wave is coming on very fast and then it need a lot of attack. Then the release was not that much, or just 54.0 ms. So that is how our compressor works. So another thing I did again was to just throw in my, because I think I need another compressor, and I love this compressor from FL Studio. It's a very nice compressor. I set the threshold to this, then the gain, and also the ratio, and also the attack, and also you can see what I did with it. Is sound this way. Yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, she give me love in no bitter. She be the one I they seek for. So that is another great compressor for us there. I decided to add a saturation from Fat Filter EQ. I know most people will be wondering what this Fat Filter EQ does. This Fat Filter EQ, sorry, I'm very sorry on that. Fat Filter saturator, this is what he does. He just give our vocal some kind of presence, some shiny, to make it shine and sit on our beat as a very Afro beat that can sound in our mix. So here how it sounds with this. Yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, she give me love in no bitter. She be the one I they seek for. So you can see this is what it does and how it has given our vocal some kind of present. I am sorry if I am being too rushing on this. I don't want this video to be a very long video, but I promise maybe in our next video we are going to be cutting everything step by step. We can be watching part 1, part 2 that can make our vocal sound. But from this, I just want us to round up this on a very fast note so that we can come back to it. Then I will explain step by step on how everything is being made. So the next thing I decided to add is my radiator. This radiator is from Soundtoy and it's a very nice mixing plugin. It's helping giving some kind of shine and presence to the vocal. So with the radiator you can hear the way it sounds. Yeah, whoa, yeah, she give me love in no bitter. She be the one I they seek for. Anytime you come I they feel her. She be the one I they think of. Yeah, she give me love in no bitter. I really love this radiator because it helped me a lot and it's very nice. We're going to talk about that maybe in our next tutorial. So we have our fruit parameter EQ. I know you'll be wondering why I added this. There is some kind of thing I'm noticing on the vocal, some kind of presence I need to add, some kind of stuff. So I try to just boost this at the mid-range here to give it the kind of sound I want it to sound on the vocal. So here is what it sounds with this EQ. She give me love in no bitter. She be the one I they seek for. Anytime you come I they feel her. She be the one I they think of. Yeah, she give me love in no bitter. So that is how I decided to gain that. Then the next thing I decided to add is a saturation stereo expander. This stereo expander, I know you'll be wondering what this stereo expander does. This stereo expander, we are going to be talking about it also in our next tutorial. We are going to be emphasizing on it very well. This stereo expander helps in giving some kind of gain to our vocals. It's not about gain, but it's about making our voice sound full to the speaker, to make it sound, have a lot of presence, sound full on the speakers, so it won't stand in the middle of the mix. You can sound good on every speaker that you can use. So I decided to just raise it up to like how did I used to call to this edge, to give you the kind of presence and some kind of wideness that we want. We take a sound this way. So you can see it's already sounding wide to the speakers, and I can't really do without stereo expander in any of my mix. She give me love
She be the one I dey sit for. Anytime you.
So with it you can hear the way it sounds. So our next target right now is I decided to add a fruity delay 3 from FL Studio. The reason why I added it, I just added it, then I just select the preset, the pink pan to make it wide, like sound wide to the beat and sound wide in our mix so that it will sound very nice.
She give me love in no bitter. She be the one.
I'm sorry for the way my CPU sounds. I think we're having so much of some plugins on this work already, so it's making it to be sounding that way. So that is what all I have done in the vocal so far that you can see. So our next thing that we are going to be diving into, we are going to be talking about adding our I just sidechained it to the vocal, so I decided to add our reverb. I like using old school reverb because it makes, I just like it. I use it sometimes. I decided to add an EQ to it to just remove some kind of low end of it. Then I decided to also add Valhalla this thing to it, as it's also a reverb. I tried to add a delay to our vocal to make it sound nice, and this is my channel for my delay 2. I added delay 2 to it, and then I put some kind of EQ and I change it to a radio form of EQ to make it sound the way we are going to is sounding right now. So I'm going to play everything for you to see what we have done so far, what we have arrived, and what we have from where we have begun. Oh, sorry. That's one of my major issue right now that I'm facing. I don't know how to do about it, so I think I have to maybe it's just a CPU phone. I just wish it could come down right now so that we could just as the case may be, I don't know how it's going to be right now because my CPU is very high at this moment. Let's try it again. This is serious. This is very serious. I think I'm going to play the vocal for you, maybe on the MP3 sound somehow close to the video after the end of the tutorial. So that is what we have done, and this is what we have arrived, and this is where we have what we have done so far. So for now I'm going to leave you so that you can listen to where we've arrived and what we have done so far. Thank you very much, and I wish you to subscribe to my channel, please.